Alrighty, we are encoding the number.
I hear some kind of like techno.
You hear it?
Well, I did.
Okay. It must be coming through my headset because, of course, I don't have the technology to pipe that into the VC call, but... And there we are. So, it's Tuesday night. It's midnight East Coast. 9 o'clock out here on West Coast, the best coast, and it's time for DoneDeal. Welcome to DoneDeal.
Yeah, welcome to DoneDeal.
Hey!
Best Coast. What is Best Coast? What is that?
Isn't it obvious? Do I have to explain it?
I don't think so. Ooh, I like that necklace, Tiger.
Thank you.
Guys, I can't see her until she goes live. See, she's like wearing a burqa on the side right now. I can't see her at all. The only time I could see her when we're doing the show is when I could see her on the actual broadcast.
Do I need to run a second camera just so you can see me in the VC call? Is that what this is?
Yeah, but can you run the camera just a little lower? Just a little.
No.
Embarrassed
No.
Tiger.
How about
no? Anyway, guys, what's going on? Welcome to DoneDeal. Anyway, yeah, lots to talk about tonight. We got all kinds of lovely things that happened over the last week. Got lots of deals to talk about. We got a ban in China to talk about. We got to talk about Vaping Underground a little bit.
We got lots of stuff.
But what we're going to talk about first, I'm going to bring it down a level. We're going to talk about some vape mail.
Okay.
So
you go first.
No, you go first, because you never have vape mail. Every time I talk to you, you're like, well, I got a drip tip.
That's true. That's true. But okay, there was no mail delivery yesterday, Easter Monday here in Canada. Just another excuse for government and banks to not be at work. But they made up for it today. I did get some vape mail today. Exciting stuff. I finally got my Kanger sub-tank replacement heads, lots of them. So I should be set to go for a little while with replacement heads for all the.
I wonder where you wait. I wonder where you got them. Wait a minute. I know that sticker. We all know that lovely. We all know that lovely green sticker.
Yeah, for sure. You know it.
If you guys go to a brick and mortar and see those green stickers, they're buying from Fast Tech. Just saying.
Or orange.
Because they're too lazy.
Sometimes they're orange. They've always got those funny codes on them, and
exactly, they're too lazy to peel them off.
So anyway, there's that, and this is very exciting. Juice from Swagger. This came in today. Beautiful bottles, beautiful presentation. Lovely foil stickers, labels on those bottles. They're the cobalt blue glass drippers. And we've got Lemon Lushy, Cafe Rhino, Caramel Chaos, and Cloud 9. And I haven't had a chance to vape them. I know. I need to just like block myself away from the world and not take calls or messages for a while and wait till my son is napping and then just build myself a whole little herd of drippers to try all this juice because I'm so stoked. So that's on the agenda, knock on wood, for tomorrow. But I will tell you this, they smell great. I'm really stoked to try the Cafe Rhino because I'm on this new coffee vapes kick. And, oh, love the nails. Thank you, Midnight. They're starting to chip and wear, but yeah, tiger nails. And I also got my 4-pack of 30 ml unicorn bottles, juice, from Clouds Bro. That's our very own DC. Thank you very much, DC. We've got Chocolate Wasted, Delight, Blessed, and Dost Thou Even Drip.
What? Wait, stop! Is that a real name of the juice? Dost Thou Even Drip?
Absolutely it is.
It's too long. Change it.
Oh, everybody's a critic. Don't listen to him. You just do your thing, DC. And it smells... I can't figure out what it smells like. I'm terrible at figuring out flavors, but it does smell really good. And I got to tell you, I'm stoked to try the Chocolate Wasted because it's hard. It's hard to find good chocolate vapes. It's a difficult flavor to translate. over into a vape. But I'm telling you right now, this smells really chocolatey. So I'm really excited about that. And the labels are so cool. They're all like anime labels. There we go. I'll give you a close up of this. Like, this is so cute. Clouds, bro. And there's chocolate wasted. Little guy eating
awesome
chocolate. And which other one? I won't go through all of them. If you want to see all of them, you just have to go to the website and place your own order. So there.
That's right.
And DC, I see you're in the room, so please, 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 please drop your link so people can go and find it. There we go. More clouds, bro. This one's like Scary Woods, and that's D-Light. So looks like lots of fireflies in there. Anyway, really cool, and smells great, and I can hardly wait to build drippers and try them all. So, and one last little thing, but it's a big deal to me. Blue glass for the Subtank Mini. So you know that's going to happen right soon. I'm crazy about colored glass on my tanks, so there you go. Now I can do that. So, all right, your turn.
Hold on. Just give me 1 second.
Thanks, DC.
Okay, there we go.
So there you go.
All right. Sorry, I was messaging Lucidius Rage because I want to find the damn embed code for this program so I can put it on VaporJoe's, and he's going to do that for me. So that's what I was doing. Okay, so let's talk some vape mail. I talked a little bit about this on MonEnvy last week, but since we're on a new program, we're going to talk about all kinds of new stuff. Well, now this battery I talked about, which is the Aspire. It's called the Aspire CF sub-ohm battery. Okay, this thing. Okay. It's just a push-button battery, okay? It's equivalent to a very large ego, okay? But it can handle sub-ohm. It goes down to 0.3 ohms. On top of this, I have the new Kanger Subtank Plus. Now, what makes this different? Well, I don't know if you can see this, but on a regular Subtank, you have these 3 holes. I don't know if my camera's focusing. You see the 3 holes? On the Subtank Plus, you now have a slot. Just a big old gash up in that thing. Okay, so that's a different one of the differences. It has a huge airflow intake, but it also allows you to do something that some people love, and that's to do a mouth to lung instead of direct lung inhale. Some of us still like to take it in. This is going to sound terrible. Take it in our mouth first, and then take it into our lungs, like we used to smoke. Remember when you used to smoke cigarettes, you didn't take it directly into your lung, you took it into your mouth first and then inhaled it. And this allows you to do that with when I mean the teeniest, tiniest pinhole. If you could see this little, inside that gash right there, there's a teeny baby pinhole that's going on. It is tiny. And that little pinhole allows you to have that mouth to lung hit rather than the direct lung inhale, which I love so very much. Because some juices just suck going directly into your lungs. Sometimes you just need to take it into your mouth. Anyway.
Goodness.
Now,
oh,
it also comes. There's no other way to say it. How else do you say it? And then it has this. This is the drip tip that comes with it. It's a brand new wide bore, really nice improved drip tip for this. I mean, it's really nice. And of course, the rebuildable, which is not inside this right now. From what I understand, no longer needs the chimney, and you don't lose the juice volume that you'd normally lose using the older Subtank at the 7 mil level. So let's check out this battery. This is a regular old push sub-ohm battery from Aspire. There's no wattage. There's no variable voltage on this. It's just a push button. And they say it's capable of sub-ohm. So we have a 0.5 head on this, on a regular old push button. Let's see how it works. Ooh, listen to that.
Crackle, crackle. Chudi Chula says vaping is so full of sexual innuendo, and I couldn't agree with you more. Like, you know, on the street, we couldn't talk about some of this. People would.
I mean, look at
you
that.
You said what?
Just $27 for this battery, 2,000 mAh. It is rocking this fucking thing. It works so well. It's actually dying, I think. It probably even be more vapor. I've been using this all day.
Oh, wow. All day.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
and still going, reasonably strong.
You get a solid 5 hours out of it. I mean, I do use other PVs, but I mean, this hasn't been my only PV all day. But I would say, mixed 5 hours worth of use. Spymeyer Mr. 2, how low does it go? It goes to 0.3 ohms. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the lovely Sigeli Oni 150 watt mod I got from 101 Vape. These are $99. Now, what's an Oni? An Oni is a devil. You can see the side profile or the cut in half face of the Oni, which is the devil, and you can see, of course, the vapor coming right out of his face. Now, this finally has the beautiful magnetic. I got 2 Sony VTC5s in there, and you just kind of pop it right on. Beautiful display, goes to 150 watts, and yep, $99 over at 101 Vape. Got an Aspire Landis on this. I'm only rocking this at 25 watts though. It's almost a shame I'm rocking it so low. And then what else did I get as far as? Oh, I got Perfection Vapes finally. They sent me a bunch of stuff to for Mod Envy, so we can explain the new flavors. And I have vaped through 2 or 3 of their bottles already. And I got my my hard nerd block.
Oh my gosh, you're going to talk about that?
I have to! You guys ever heard of Loot Crate or Nerd Block? All these mystery boxes that you guys can buy with different themes? Well, I just ordered Loot Crate, and I got my horror Nerd Block in today, which is a horror theme. You got like t-shirts, all kinds of cool shit. So yeah, I got that in. I think sometime during the week, if I could hook up with Scope, we could squirrel out about all this weird tech stuff that's coming out on all these mystery boxes. They're really cool. And anything else? Anything else? No, that's it. That's it as far as big mail is concerned.
Alrighty.
So, now, Tiger, I have to really quick put up the embed code because somebody has kindly just sent it to me on VaporJoe. So I'm going to be 1 second.
Chibi Chula wants to know, did I view the YT slideshow on the BB Mini? I'm sorry, babe, that is entirely too many acronyms for me. I have no idea what you were talking about, to be honest.
Sounds kind of, yeah, that's a little crazy language right there.
Night, night, Tamar. Have a good night. All right, just a little distracted. I had to fill up a tank that I didn't know was empty before the show until I reached for it. So.
Okay, we are live now on my blog. So okay, good. That's
alrighty.
Sorry guys, you know what it is. The embed code for Vapors TV has been a little hard to find these days, and we finally found it. So.
Alrighty.
All right, so do you want to hop into your first deal, Tiger? You want to talk about your deal?
Well, Chibi Chula has explained what she meant. On YT is YouTube. I should have got that one. I should have got that one. And the BB is the Big Buddha Mini. And yes, I haven't had a chance, Chibi Chula, but I will do that soon. So
yeah, is that the one with the Buddha? Is that the one with the little Buddha on the RDI?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've seen those. I haven't used them, but I've definitely seen those. They're actually kind of, they're damn cool looking.
Oh, well, she shocked Big Bam. He didn't know there was a mini. So, I guess I know what's on his wish list now. Oh, so I am so like irritated. I got juice on my fingers now. I can't deal with it. That is like a pet peeve.
Do you have Exonerate to take it off?
No. I got these. They work great. Sorry.
So is the Big Buddha Mini considered like a Buddha on Atkins? Is that what it is?
I don't know. Sure. Atkins, whatever.
So Tiger's holding the. It's like jumbo shrimp. Yes, exactly. It's a complete oxymoron. The Buddha Mini.
There we go. Yeah, big mini. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, so much better. I just hate
Tiger
that
always
feeling.
she has a massive supply of baby wipes, of course, because she has a little cub.
No, those are actually makeup wipes from the dollar store. But I use better ones for my makeup. Thanks to Disneyland, she hooked me up. So now I use these for my vape station.
Yeah, Tiger's quick. She could pull out a baby wipe like a gunslinger.
No, by all means, Chibi Chilla, go ahead, share that, and then the others can catch up on the big Buddha Mini. Alrighty. So, so what do you want? Where do you want to start, Joe? We had a couple of things we wanted to talk about. Why don't we start with VU?
Oh, you want to start with you? You don't want to go into deals, okay? VU. Okay, so Vaping Underground, this week went down for a little while, a couple days, and it went live again on during Mod Envy, which was actually kind of neat. It wasn't planned like that, but it just kind of happened that way. It happened organically that way. So there were all kinds of tinfoil hat theories of what happened. Like
oh, it was so much fun watching
for real.
Because by the time they were done speculating, I don't know what all. It was pretty exciting.
It's like, what really happened, Joe? We upgraded the server. Really? Does it really take that long to upgrade a server? Well, when you get 54 million hits a month, yeah, it does. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, it takes a long time to. Our database alone would choke a horse.
I think the really frustrating part was. Oh man, I can't even speak tonight.
All right, guys. If you guys got that, we need to take that out, and we need to
just hush up, you mum. The really frustrating part. Okay, let's not get some unintentional alliteration going on there. Is that even once it was back up and ready to rock and roll, there's this ugly thing called DNS propagation that was really getting in our way. And it's kind of hard to explain sometimes to some people, but the way I was explaining it is, it's oversimplified, but this works. And that is, people understand names. You understand, vapors.tv, vapingunderground.com. That's the kind of way we think. Computers don't give a crap about names. They want numbers. So there's these things on the internet called domain name servers, DNS for short, and they translate those handy-dandy names we know into the numbers computers want.
Right.
When an address changes, sometimes it takes time for that address change to reach all the DNS servers on the internet, and so things take time, and it's trying to send you to an old place that isn't there anymore, and yeah, back and forth it goes. So it took a while for all of that to get cleared up. I know people were still having problems well after the server was up, but it seems to be getting cleaned up.
Right. Now, one's in a room if you're a member of the Underground. I want to see this. Come on, one's in a room if you are a member or you read the Underground. I mean, you don't have to be a member. You could just, as long as you troll the Underground.
The information is available, but of course, membership has its advantages.
Yes, membership has its privileges.
That's right. Nice. Look at them all.
I love Bud Johnson. He actually types the word 1. Oh, supernova.
Oh, very clever. Yeah, we're getting some alternate out of the box thinkers there. Well, for those of you who aren't, I'm gonna drop a link in. Oh yeah, maybe if I. There we go.
Yeah. So right now, the Underground right now is doing. You know what blew my mind was the fact that all this conversation happened when we went down we only went down for 48 hours over a holiday weekend, I might add. Mm-hmm. And all this conversation happened, and I'm blown away. I'm like, well, that must really mean that we have an impact. Like this forum is actually making roots into the community. Like, I know it's big and it gets a lot of traffic, but when people start like going through withdrawal symptoms when the forum isn't there, I was shocked and amazed. Our mods were literally shaking.
Seriously, they missed you guys, and yeah, it was tense there a little bit.
I mean, I literally, I expected some of our mods literally to be in the corner shaking. They're sitting there like, underground, need to kill spammer.
And we have a tremendous moderation team. You know, I can't say enough about them. They are the wind beneath my wings. And you guys who are regulars at the forum know who they are. They know who they are. I won't start listing off all the names, but a tremendous team we've got. We're very, very fortunate.
R. Kelly wants to know. Yeah. Hey, isn't there somebody? Wasn't R. Kelly the guy who got convicted of sleeping with peeing on a 15-year-old?
Oh, yeah. Let's not go there. But I guess R. Kelly, you could say that.
Yes, we are. She said she was 19. Yeah, they all say that, don't they? You know, it's terrible, terrible. Okay, so that clears up about Vaping Underground, but Vaping Underground is faster than ever. I couldn't believe it when I saw the numbers today. The 2-day shutdown actually increased traffic by 25%. It was insane. So
they're all getting their fix.
Yeah, everybody's super happy, which is a great thing. So and I'm super happy too. Don't get me wrong. It is an extension of the VaporJoe's network, and anytime anything from the VaporJoe's network is down, is an important thing to all of us. So yeah, that's that. All right, so Tyger. Half hour in, we better talk about some deals.
Actually, I want to talk about some news.
Oh.
We'll get to it. Keep your pants on, or don't. Whatever, you know. There's only cost to worry about.
My pants are not on right
now. If you've ever wondered why Joe calms down every time he gets out of his chair, now you know. All right, well, let's cut over to... actually, here, I'm going to grab a link.
She said a boot. Did she say a boot? No.
No.
I didn't even catch that.
It never happened.
I have to get up. I'll be right back.
See? Told you. Count down to do it. Mm-hmm.
Tiger, do you really want me to stand up if I have no pants on?
Let me kill the broadcast first. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, Big Bam beat me to it, as usual. I mean, fastest links in the West. So why don't we just head right into talking about it. E-cig ban. I don't know if you guys have heard the news, seen the articles. There's a few of them floating around, and then others are picking up on them and rewriting their own version. And what they're basically saying is that the government in China is cracking down. They want to eradicate e-cigs from the landscape of China. That would include everything from sales to use to distribution, right on down to manufacturing, just gone. And there's been a great ripple through the community. If you've heard that, you know, how will this affect us? Do we need to stockpile and stock up now? You know, what's going to happen? Where is this going to go?
Yes, yes. Go there now and buy everything.
Click our link.
Just click my link when you do it.
But let me quell the concerns. We actually spoke to one of my, you know, has become a friend really in China, and she said one of the things that the articles are missing is the fact that there's two Chinas really. There's Hong Kong, China, and there's mainland China. Now, most of the manufacturing, distribution, all that is going on in mainland China. Shenzhen is the, you know, hotspot. It is the primary place where all of this happens.
Correct.
Hong Kong, China does have an issue with e-cigs, with nicotine in general. They have had a long-standing issue with it. It is still an issue now, and they are talking about bans. That in no way affects the manufacturing and the bulk of what goes on and what is sold to us. So basically, they've got two major conventions coming up in Shenzhen regarding e-cigs. There's one coming up here starting on the 9th. There's another one later in April. They've invited government officials to these things. These are not the actions of people worried that their industry is going to, pardon the pun, vaporize at the snap of a finger.
Oh, she said it.
I said it. So basically, to make a long story short, if the China manufacturers and vendors aren't the least bit concerned about this, I don't see any reason we should be either. So there
Right,
you go.
and I think, yeah, and you know what it is this is a Hong Kong post. That's it. You know what? If Hong Kong wants to ban e-cigs, let them. I don't give a fuck. It's mainland China you have to worry about. Mainland China isn't. Shenzhen is being built sky high over e-cigs. You know, I mean, it's too much for the Chinese government. Too much money into the coffers of of China to get away from e-cigs. And quite frankly, I mean, when they put melamine and all kinds of crazy shit in dog food, I don't think, killing our dogs and stuff like that, I don't think they're really worried about e-cigs so much. You know what I mean? I mean, there's so much crap coming out of China that I really don't think, electronic cigarettes is going to stop in mainland China at all. And
well, and in all fairness, Joe, I will say this about, there's a lot of concerns about some of the goods coming out of China. You mentioned dog food, and, we've all read stories, Facebook's always loaded with stuff about, these products, and this is killing this, and blah, blah, blah. China is very, very responsive, if not necessarily proactive to safety concerns. They're responsive to the market. When somebody's not buying something, they won't produce it anymore. They want to produce what's going to sell. And we've seen that over and over in the e-cig industry. I mean, changing the content of the wicking content of heads, for example. Because
I wonder why that happened, Tiger.
Oh, well, let's not go there. But certainly they're not going to keep producing something that no one's going to buy. That's ridiculous. They are very, very much market driven. So I would say the same about the other goods. The reason these poor dog foods are still on the market is because people are still buying them. So.
Right, and the scary thing, and I know this has nothing to do with vaping, but recently the FDA allowed us to import chicken from China.
Yeah, I read about that.
That kind of shit is like, no.
Well, it's not so much an import. What they're doing is they're exporting to be processed and slaughtered. So they're exporting their own chickens to be dealt with there and then sent back for consumption. That's just weird.
I could deal with vaping. I could do that. But food from China, if it's not a reputable, I'm very torn because again, let's face it, China invented electronic cigarettes. Everybody shits on China over e-cigs. China invented electronic cigarettes. China invented e-liquid. Okay, if it wasn't for them, we would not be here right now. Okay, we have to give them their props for that. Decaying e-liquid. There is a video on YouTube about the facility of Decaying. It's one of the cleanest places you've ever seen in your life. I mean, everybody's wearing, it almost looks like they're working at Intel. With the gloves and the body suits and everything. It's crazy. But when it comes to food, I'm like, I don't know. It kind of scares me a little bit.
420. That's a good question, and I will address it. I've got my eye on that situation, 420. It's like this. I've been in contact with that seller, and what he has told me, as near as I can figure through the language barrier, is that if you ordered the kit with the cable, with the connector, and so forth, he had those in hand, and they have been shipped, is my understanding. He did say his manufacturer shorted him on the mod-only items, and that's, of course, what I ordered. So there has been a delay. Now I am seeing tracking events on my order, but it's a little fuzzy as to whether that means they're pre-advising whether they've actually got the parcel in the shipper's hands or whether they're just notified of it. I'm still a little fuzzy on that. Now, what I am doing is I'm monitoring the situation, keeping an eye on it, making sure that those things are moving. If I get cold feet on that deal, I'm going to let you guys know right away because I'm keeping an eye on the purchase protection on that. And I want to make sure nobody gets stung. So if I get cold feet on that deal and I'm not getting the answers I want from that seller, I'm going to let you guys know to activate your purchase protection and get your money back. But right now, yours runs out in 2 days. How can that be? I've got 36 days on mine, and mine was the first order. I made sure of it. Listen,
that's right.
If you haven't got tracking and your purchase protection is 2 days away, file a dispute right now.
That's right. Tiger's no joke. I mean, Tiger's for the people.
Listen, it can happen. We've seen it even with, reputable vendors. Things go south. Now, we're not going to abandon you guys. If I run a deal and if I find out something sour about that deal, I'm going to let you know. But right now, I'm still just monitoring it.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's Tiger's I call her the dispute Nazi. If she's not getting what she will dispute. That's just how it works.
Style and Puffer, that was for the 50-watt eye stick. We found it at the best price we'd seen at the time. That was $41.90. They were going for mod only, and it is an order out of China. It's from AliExpress, which is it's kind of like I guess you could say the Asian Amazon.com, really. So it's different sellers, but they're very much held accountable. I like dealing with AliExpress because even if something does go wrong with your order, you've got so much purchase protection. They essentially don't pay the seller until you sign off on your order or until your purchase protection runs out. Because let's face it, people forget to sign off. People forget to say, yeah, I got my stuff. Well, the seller shouldn't have to wait forever, right? But what they do is essentially the money is held in escrow until the purchase protection runs out or until you say everything's good. So I love dealing with them. I have had deals go south with them. I ordered some ceramic knives that never did ship. I said, hey, I never got tracking and this is running out, and AliExpress gave me all my money back, and that was that. So I will watch the blog. I will let you know if there's any concerns, but right now I'm of the understanding that at least goods are moving, just a little delayed.
Now, Big Bamboo put a link in the room. It's called Blowout. Sigeli 150-watt box mod for $39.99. Okay, that was on April 1st. That was I'll be honest with you, that was the biggest post in the history of VaporJoes. All said and done, that post got over 75,000 hits. And all you fucks got rickrolled. And everybody's like, why did you do that? You're an asshole. I can never trust you again.
Isn't he a meanie?
You're mean. You're rotten. I'm like, dude, what is today? It's April 1st. What is that? Dick, it's called April Fool's Day. Everybody's like, oh.
But what time did you put up your deal, Joe?
11:43.
Oh, very good.
11:43 a.m.
All right.
I said that. Everybody's like, why'd you post it so late? I said, well, I had to find something. And I said, I remember Tiger saying if it goes past, noon, the joke's on me. So it was 11:43 a.m. Made sure of that. But man, that post was huge. Blew out everything I've ever done.
And just to jump back one step, Bud Johnson says AliExpress will extend your protection if you email them. Yes, that is absolutely correct. It's at the discretion of the seller. So my advice is any seller that doesn't want to extend your protection when you ask for it, a reasonable duration, file a dispute. If they don't want to extend that and it's getting close to the end, don't mess around, file a dispute.
Right.
Most sellers on there are great. I've placed easily, oh gosh, it's got to be getting close to 100 orders.
I was about to say, you're the queen of AliExpress that I know.
Yeah.
I mean, you buy tons of stuff, from clothes to whatever. I mean, you buy tons of stuff.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, I've ordered a few kits very early on about AliExpress, and I got them. It took forever, but I did get them. And so... R. Kelly wants to know, where are you talking about? Like Fast Tech?
I'm just going to grab him a link, actually.
Sure.
Oops.
Well, while she's grabbing the link, AliExpress is the express version of Alibaba.
Alibaba is really geared at distributors, okay? They have MOQs. They want to sell lots and lots of units. It's not saying, sometimes you can find sellers that will part with one unit on Alibaba, but that's the link to the deal in question. So that'll give you an idea of what we're talking about. And I like buying from them because of the purchase protection, the way they do it. It's just been really, really easy. R. Kelly, a little like a Chinese eBay, but there's no bidding, which is why I say more like the Amazon marketplace. Because it is made up of different sellers, but there's no bidding. It's not an auction as so much as everything's buy now.
Yeah, about to say, it's the eBay version, but it's all about the buy it now.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Well, let's talk about something that isn't overseas. Let's talk about something that's a lot closer to home. What do you say, Joe?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I think you do. I think you do. You're clever like that.
Does the chip end in an M?
Actually, technically, the chip ends in a J. It's an M class.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about the SX Mini M class. This is a 60-watt device by Yeehai, and it's using the SX350J chip. Basically, it's the newest version of this baby right here. And I've got to say, I love this mod. If they have done something to improve it, it's awesome. Now, this isn't, you know, small dollar. I'll admit that, okay. But for those of you in the market for an SX Mini, this has been really hot. Don't delay. These are going to disappear quick. And just a beautiful vape, beautiful mod to use. I thoroughly enjoy mine, and mine's the first version they came out with. So
now, unfortunately, Yeehai contacted the seller because of my coupon code, which took $5 off. They got angry because you must sell it at $199.99. So the seller raised the price to $204.99, and then the VaporJoe coupon takes it to $199.99. So the $194.99 isn't actually the real price anymore, but it's $5 more now. But that's that. However, if you want to put this in the washing machine with your clothes, you can clean your mod that way.
No, please understand, we're not recommending this. And if you, by some stroke of accident, do this, decide to launder your SX Mini, or it falls in the lake or something like that, we do not recommend firing it up immediately upon retrieval. We do recommend setting it in a bag full of rice, a Ziploc full of rice, for probably 48 hours. That will pull all of the moisture out of the innards. But if you're like Joe, you just throw it in the washing machine, and when it comes out, you vape it right away, and it performs beautifully. So I would have to say that's a pretty good endorsement for the SX Minis. Yes,
I did. For those of you who are wondering if this thing is worth the money, I'll tell you this: I don't even think a Pro Vari would have survived a washing machine wash on high. This puppy right here, which is working perfectly. Fell into the washing machine. It was in one of my hoodies, and I just kind of chucked my hoodie in the washing machine. This was on the bottom of the washing machine, and I took a picture of it to say why I killed my mod and what a moron I was. To my surprise, it fired, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm going to put an Addy on it," and I fired it, and it worked, and it's been working ever since. Battery inside, everything. I haven't touched this thing. As far as trying to clean it up, and it works perfectly.
Oh my gosh, I love our chatters. Old Man Vapor says it was afraid not to fire, or Joe would have crushed it. I love it. That's great.
But it works good. I haven't had any problems with it. It works just as good as it did. It's far shinier now than it was prior because it went through the washing machine.
All right.
But for the price, she is expensive. Don't get me wrong, but let's look at this. A DNA 40 from like a Vapor Shark is going to cost you about $186. Yeah. With a temperature control. These, in my opinion, are far superior to a Vapor Shark. For one, it's 60 watts. The design, I think, is far better, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful device. I would put an SX chip up against a DNA 40 any day of the fucking week because the DNA 40s have had such problems. Wait, does he have? Did Big Bam Boom find the picture? Oh, there it is. There it is.
Of course he did.
There it is. There's a picture of my SX Mini at the bottom of my washing machine.
Well, and it was funny too, because he couldn't find it for a while, and then when he finally did find it, I mean, it was just comedy.
Yeah. How is the temperature control? From what I understand, it's perfect for those who want to use the nichrome, you know, and all that stuff to get it going. But
yeah, and of course, just a reiteration for those of you who aren't sure about this already. Understand that temperature control is a feature that only works with an alternate build. If you're just doing Canthal builds, you're not going to take advantage of that feature. You need to use the non-resistance, the nichrome wire, or wait a minute, that's not non-resistance, the nichrome wire to allow the device to use the temperature sensing.
Correct. Correct. So yeah, get yourself, if you can get yourself in on one of these, do it, because they've been selling out everywhere. And
and I just love the display on these. I mean, I don't know if it's going to focus for us because it's so bright and crisp. There we go. We got a nice focus on it now.
Yeah, it's one of the finest displays going.
And this is the part that really thrills me. Check it out. It knows which way you're holding it. I mean, that's just Cadillac.
That's right. Leather, that's leather seats right there. All right.
Oh, so one dope bloke is saying they have raised the price, $10.
Yes, they went from, it was, yes, they did. It's now $204, but if, wait,
$204.99.
Yeah, if you go to $204.99, but if you use the coupon code VaporJoe 5, no, I'm sorry, Joe 5, you will get $5 off, and that will bring you down to $199.99.
Well, or wait a minute, it's $209.99 regular, so it brings it down to $204.99, right?
No, I just looked at it. It's $204.99 right now.
Oh, okay. Must have been a typo.
Unless they raised the price again in the last 30 minutes.
Well, one of our viewers is saying that it's $209.99 regular. The coupon brings it down to $204.99. So I do apologize. I guess my image is a little bit out of date. That was created last night.
Yes, he did. You know what? I'm going to email him and tell him if he continues to raise his price like this, I'm not going to pimp his shit anymore.
Ooh.
No, I'm not.
Joe's looking out for you guys.
Because when I started this yesterday, it was $199.99,
yeah.
And now it's $209.99. Let me scream at him right now. Email him as we speak. Anyway, so from the ultra expensive to the ultra cheap.
All right, what you got for us?
I have the Gauntlet 1-to-1 RDA for $1.99.
Where do you get a dripper for $1.99, Joe?
Angel 6.
Oh, and Big Bam's got the link for us right there. $1.99 for a dripper, guys. That is
yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Now, you can't. I mean, you could buy a disposable atomizer for $1.99. Like the ones, you know, the old Joytech 510s.
Oh yeah.
That you just kind of fill and use until they die, and just kind of throw them away. For $1.99, it comes in a box and everything. I mean, it's just not a shitty little atomizer. Now, how it works with Angel 6, if you're going to buy one, you're going to pay about $4 shipping, $4.70 shipping, because they only ship priority. 2 will get you about $6 shipping. I bought 10 of these for giveaways. Shipping came to about $12. So it depends on how many you're going to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, but even if you buy one and it's $4 and change for shipping, $6 is still a good deal because you're getting the shipping included in that, and it's coming priority. This isn't like first class crappy shipping, so you're going to get it in a few days. But for $1.99, I don't see why everybody on the planet isn't buying this.
Eva said even fast tech, you know, one of the places we consider the cheapest place on earth, it's $11. So, you know, less than 20% of the price of fast tech. Obviously just blowing them out.
Now, from what I understand, these are made of food-grade stainless steel, and also, you know, tri-post system. It's got a really good insulator in it. Now, it only comes in black. Well, the outside has the PVD black, and from what I'm hearing, you know, I was looking at some YouTube reviews. I don't personally own one. Like I said, I did buy 10. Really decent dripper for the price that people were paying. Now, if you want the legit version, it's $140. Now, this is a 1-to-1, and it costs $1.99. It could be put in a dollar store soon. That's how crazy that is. There's I'm a fucker says he's got 2 coming. I'm just seeing what people. Now, Tiger, I know you don't have one of these, but of course I'm going to send you one so you could try it out.
Thank you.
Now, when you look at the deck on this, what's the advantage of having a very high center post and 2 lower posts? Is there an advantage to that?
The advantage to that is it's easier to build your vertical coils, in my opinion, because your one tail is coming off lower and the other tail is coming off higher. So now you've got options. Also, even with a larger diameter horizontal coil, you've got one arm coming off here, or leg, I guess really, and one leg coming off higher. So I kind of like that. It's a little easier sometimes to get your build exactly how you want it. But that's what I would say they're doing there.
Okay.
Just bear with me. I sourced some alternate music tonight, and now they've told me partway through the show that I either need to pay them to use it or go somewhere else. So I'm going somewhere else. Sorry.
You know what? Yeah, just put on. Let's put on Enya, and we'll listen to wind chimes the entire.
And we'll all go to sleep.
Yes, exactly. Yes, we'll do that. Awesome.
Let's see what I can do about getting some background music.
All right, so while Tiger's doing that, I'm going to bring up another deal, because Tiger was talking about chocolate.
Yes, I did.
And I want to talk about a company called Halo. Now, Halo has been around forever, and it can be a little pricey. I'm going to put a link in the room. Now, Halo, in my opinion, makes the best chocolate ever. Okay, I've had a billion different chocolates in the e-cig world when it comes to vaping stuff. Their Belgian cocoa is the best chocolate you will ever vape, hands down. I don't care what anybody says. I have tried. I was being facetious with a billion, but I've tried hundreds of different chocolates. They're out of Jersey. Right now, they're doing a 15% off sale with coupon code Spring 2015. And Belgian cocoa, by far, in my opinion, the best chocolate money can buy. And of course, if you like chocolate mint, try their Shamrock. Really, really, really good. It's almost like a Shamrock shake from McDonald's, but some chocolate in there. And then Tribeca is really, 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 really good. And Torque 56 is great. And then coming in, Kringle's Curse, if they still have it. I don't know if that's a Christmassy thing, but Kringle's Curse is a kind of a really strong candy cane, but sweet, strong candy cane. Now, I know, Tiger, you've never tried Halo.
One flavor. I've tried their Belgian chocolate.
Okay, so what'd you think of it?
I felt like it was more like a Belgian chocolate, like a cocoa flavor.
Yes.
It was light in flavor, but until for a long time, it was the best chocolate vape I'd tried.
Until?
Well, quite frankly, I really, really love DSB's chocolate waterfall, but I haven't tried.
Okay.
I haven't tried DC's yet. Like we were talking about at the top of the show, it smells really chocolatey.
Oh, I was about to say, if DC has a better chocolate, then I want to know about it.
Oh well, you will. Trust me.
because chocolate is very hard to nail down as a vape. It always tastes chemically, or it tastes kind of flat. It almost tastes like you're drinking. Like you're looking for chocolate milk and you get Yoo-hoo. Now, Tiger doesn't know what... Do you know what a Yoo-hoo is, Tiger?
Afraid not.
Okay. Well, people in the room know what a Yoo-hoo is. So, think about looking at this umptuous, really thick chocolate shake, and you get Yoo-hoo. That's what most chocolate vapes are like. And yes, exactly, chocolate water. What chocolate vapes are missing is that cream side of the chocolate, the umptuous, thick, heavy side. And that's what for me, Halo has in terms of the Belgian cocoa. It's very rich and umptuous. And Tiger's now saying that DSB Creations, he has the chocolate waterfall. And then
Sean Chai is saying he's going to mortgage something to get a gallon of it. Sean Chai, it's got a mintiness to it too. To me, it reminds me of, well, like an after 8 cocoa, or something along those lines. What it reminds me of is old ski trips with buddies, and we'd ski all day and then go back to our hotel room, and we brought a tiny little kettle with us, and we would make hot chocolate with peppermint schnapps, and that's what chocolate waterfall is for me. It's just nom-y.
Well, you can't compare now. You're adding peppermint schnapps to everything. And, it just brings it to I'm talking chocolate milk, and you're talking about peppermint schnapps. It's like, well yeah.
Just letting him know if he's expecting just a chocolate flavor, that chocolate waterfall isn't going to be it, because that's got the mint in it too. But oh boy, is it good!
Right. Belgian cocoa from Halo is just chocolate. That is it. If you want a pure chocolate flavor, that's what it is, and that's called. You got, like if you are a diabetic and you love chocolate, get Halo's Belgian cocoa. It'll give you that chocolate fix that you're looking for. Now, the chocolate mints and all the other stuff, that's a completely different story because chocolate's easier to do with other ingredients, but pure chocolate is very, very, very hard to do. All right, TygerTyger, what you got for us, girl?
All right, well, $1 billion question. Let's just get rid of some windows and bring up others and see what we can talk about. Okay, now I did talk about this last week. It was a sneak preview tease. I wanted to mention it again because it's cool, straight up. This is the Vapefly Vippo, and it's along the lines of the e-cigos that we used to be able to get from, and now I'm going to help me out, Joe.
What?
The little e-cigo, the Zippo, the
Zippo lighter, yeah.
Yeah, well, who was that?
Oh, that's,
I just have
Vapage.
a mental block. Vapage! Why is that so difficult for me? Vapage. Okay, so this is not the Vapage e-cigo, this is the Vapefly Vippo, and what they've done is they've sort of taken that idea, but upgraded it a little bit, rather than just the cartomizers and the kludgy charging. This one charges by USB, it's really cool, and it's actually got a little atomizer that fits down into it, so it's a little easier in a lot of respects to get the juice you want in there rather than the pre-done cartridges or trying to get blank ones that fit properly and fire properly. I know I've had some trouble with my e-cigo. Certain cartomizers I buy for it will just, they won't auto fire, but when you pull on them, they'll keep going. You have to actually unscrew it a little bit to get it to stop. So
that thing looks like something you take hiking.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. It's just so convenient, and it's purse and pocket friendly. If you are sick to death of pocket lint and purse stuff getting in your drip tip, here's the solution. It just flips closed. And I just think they're so cool. For under 30 bucks, it's a complete package. You've got everything you need except the juice. So,
right. And, yeah, now, what is the clearomizer they're using? Or is it just a proprietary thing?
To be fair, Joe, I'm not 100% sure. I believe it's a proprietary one, but it might be something that pre-existed as well. I'm actually not 100% sure on that. So.
Yeah, well, Big Bam Boom, you could certainly, you may be able to take this water skiing. It looks like
you better be a good water skier. I'm thinking.
it just has this kind of like, you know, hiking backpack thing going on where you just chuck it.
It's got a semi-rugged look to it, but at the same time, it's not so rugged that you couldn't like just carry it at the mall or something. But I love that it's so small and stealthy and flips closed, and it's just a self-contained unit, USB charging. So anyway, there we go. No, they are not waterproof. Big Bam's going to have to make an improvement to it and put some seals in there or something. But yes, rock climbing. Now you're talking.
Well, right. I mean, that's the kind of thing for me where I like the idea of how the top comes down over the clearomizer, and you just chuck it in a backpack and you're off to the races. It's got the 3-click off, so you click it 3 times, so it's not going to fire. Now, let's just say you took this backpack. Now, you've clicked it off, so it doesn't work, but you've got all this baddies exposed. And it's banging around your backpack or whatever you're doing, or your purse or whatever. With this, it's, we'll use the word, fully ensconced.
Nice
in the mod. And it just, one self-contained unit. I do like that. Now, is it going to chuck clouds? No, it's not going to do that. But it's going to help a vapor vape in certain situations.
What I tend to do is with some of these devices that deliver less vapor at once is I'll use a higher milligram nicotine, a higher concentration juice in it. I still have some 12 milligram kicking around that I love, but if I was to put it in like the sub tank, I'd knock myself out of my chair. So that comes in handy here because you're getting a little more of your fix with a little less vapor. So there you go. All right.
Really, really cool little item. I like that.
Well, that's one. I'm just going to drop another one. Changing gears to something a little more aggressive. Talking about the Arctic sub-tanks made by Horizon. And, of course, the Arctic Alikes, because this has already been cloned. Yes, they didn't waste any time on that one. But you can now get the replacement heads and glass for the Arctic sub-tank styles. So for those of you who have already fallen in love with this one, I have not had the pleasure of trying it yet. Mine is, I'm still awaiting shipping.
Right.
And yeah, but when I find an atomizer I like the first thing I did when I found out I loved the Kanger sub-tank, the first thing I did is ordered replacement glass for it, because there is nothing that is more of a downer than, you love that tank and it falls and it breaks and now you're waiting to get replacement parts. So when I find something I like, I immediately get new heads and new glass for it. Right. So there you go.
Now people are like, well, this is, these are styled. These aren't legit. Let me tell you something. Arctic is being sued by Aspire. Okay? So Arctic isn't, at some point, isn't going to be able to make heads. I think Horizon's getting sued too. There are a bunch of companies getting sued by Aspire.
Well, Horizon is Arctic. Horizon is the maker of the Arctic.
Not Horizon. Yes. No, not. It's Horizon. It's Horizon and what's it's DeMello.
Just listen to us, folks. We know what we're talking about.
No. It's all right. It's the Horizon Arctic and the Mellow are getting sued by Aspire.
Okay.
And what's going to happen is you're not going to be able to get the replacement glass. You're not going to be able to get the legit heads and stuff because they're going to wind up putting some kind of cease and desist on the whole thing, and it's going to all get shut down. Thank God for the clone market because these guys don't give a shit. They're not going to have this problem.
Mm-hmm.
So these styled tanks, these styled heads, these styled glasses, replacement glass, are going to be able to be sold anywhere. So I think at a much cheaper rate. I mean, you're looking at 5 replacement heads, the 0.2 ohm heads at that, okay, which are incredibly low. $8.79. a crazy, crazy price. I'm still waiting to know what it's like to vape on a 0.2 ohm fill and vape. Well, Tiger, you said you've ordered this already?
I do have an Arctic sub-tank on order. It's the authentic, so it's a pre-order for mine. So I'm hoping it won't be caught in the lawsuit issue. I'm hoping it'll be able to be fulfilled, but we'll find out.
Yeah. But I really think the 0.2 ohm on the Arctic is really the next level. I mean, it's so low. So I mean, I can't use a lot of my mods on it. I mean, like this little guy right here can't use it. So you're gonna want to use something at least 40 watts or higher on it. But now, when you get it, Tiger, you got to tell me what it's like.
I will. What I'm hearing from users is that this is the best of its class so far. I mean, I was impressed with the Atlantis when I first got it. Then I got this sub-tank, the Kanger sub-tank. I, immediately was more impressed. The Atlantis has kind of gathered dust now, to be really honest. And users of the Arctic are saying they think it's the best yet. So I'm pretty stoked. We'll find out.
Yeah, I can't wait till you tell me what it is. Because you know what, I can't order. I have so many fill and vapes now. It's like I'm gonna you ordered one. I'm waiting for you now.
Okay.
You still wait for me. I'm waiting for you.
Hopefully we'll get an answer to that soon then. Alrighty. Well, what do you want to talk about, Joe?
Well, let's talk about a clone. Let's talk about an iStick clone. Let's talk about a 50-watt iStick clone.
All right, let's do it.
Now, what this is basically a iStick 50 clone for $37.25. Is it a clone? Yes. Did I order one? Yes, I did. 50-watt box mod, cloned e-leaf for $37.25. Now, Tiger doesn't have one of these. She's still waiting for hers. You all are waiting for the legit versions. This is the full kit. You get the Ego battery. You get the USB charger, the whole shtick. And for 50 watts for $37.25, you can't go wrong. You're talking about 4,000 mAh. You're talking about 50 watts. You're going to be able to fire anything pretty much that you want on it. Just unbeatable price at $37.25. Now, I know Tiger had her, if you want to put your deal in there, Tiger, I don't know if it's still going.
Oh, well, we talked about it at the beginning because that was the AliExpress deal.
Oh, okay. That was still legit for a few bucks more, but this one's the clone for $37.25. It can't be beat. It's an amazing mod for the price. Amazing mod.
And one of the things I really like about the iStick 50 compared to even, I've got some great 50-watt devices on my desk, but the iStick takes two 18650s, not one. Any 50-watt that's running on one battery, let's face it, if you're running it way up high, it ain't gonna last long.
Right. Now, I have to tell you, it's a fantastic deal for that price, and yes, it ships in 5 days. It is a clone, but hey, I ordered one. I ordered one in silver because I have one in blue already.
Mine's silver. We can be samey.
Yes, but you can sit there and be like, "Is that a clone, Joe? I have a legit." It's like,
I could play legit with you. I could be like snobby.
That's right.
Like we would do that.
Yeah, I know, for real.
Alrighty. Well, let's talk about another one. And actually, you've got one in hand, Joe. So.
It's always in hand, Tiger.
Always. Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can get a picture up for you guys here. There we go. This is the SXK0 styled. So this is a clone. It's a very wide advanced personal vaporizer. And Joe happens to have one in his hand, always in hand, he says. And I just love the finish on this so much that I got one too. But mine's not.
Let's talk about this one. Now I'm gonna put my my Kanger Sub-Tank Plus on it. Okay, let's bring up the wattage on this bad boy. I'm gonna bring it up to 30 watts. This is what it looks at the front of it. Now, I personally like the DNA 50, well, we're going to call it DNA 50, but it's a DNA 50 version, because I like the double button and the fire button version. Plus, I love the mother of pearl. Look at that. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Yes, yeah, you can drink. Like yes, you can drink, sir.
They love the close-ups. It's become a VU Live thing.
Now, let's take a vape off it. Takes a single 18650. You just put it right down in there with this lovely battery door.
With the adjustable screws so that you can just get a perfect fit for your battery, too.
I mean, it's just a great vape.
Well, they look so hot, and what I like about that one, and I mean, you know, it's a personal thing, right? Right. Some of the Zero styled clones feature the one-button operation. Now, right. You know, I have the Tatro Atlas is a one-button operation. I love this mod. You know, sometimes I'm a little bit retarded when I go to, you know, adjust it or something like that. It's how do we do this again? One button, and what am I doing? And how do I get in here? And what do I do again? And then you remember, you work your way through it. But this particular one has the 3-button interface, so it's just so simple. You know, yeah. Up is one button, down is the other. There you go. So easy.
Now, what you get with if you go there, you can order this in the SX version. Now, some people enjoy the fact that it's a Yeehai SX chip. It's more reliable. You can still buy it. I think it's only a few dollars more. If you enjoy that version, you can get it. But I have, you know, I have an SX chip here. You know, this one here. I have I have another SX chip here. I find this, in terms of this particular style, much better in the 50-watt DNA 50 style. That's the way I like it. And of course, you can recharge it via USB. And if you look close, it says sex. It
doesn't either. We figured it out. It says SXK, but you can say whatever you want.
Guys, it says sex. I don't care what she's saying. It says sex. And Tiger bought this for me as a gift. And so I'm saying it says sex. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
It's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. Your mod. You can say whatever you want.
But fantastic mod for the price.
Oh, evil woman agrees.
There you go. See? Are you know what I'm talking about?
All right, I'm beat.
There you go.
That's awesome.
All right. I'm up. Am I up? Big Bam, am I up? Okay. I'm up. Let's see. Let's drop it down a notch. Let's go to some lower wattage.
All right.
I'm gonna put a link in the room. This is the e-leaf iStick 30. This is a legit. This is out of the United States. This is not a China pimp, but he will ship international. This comes from Mount Baker Vapor. These are the 30-watt iSticks. Now, if you are looking for the most portable, most powerful device you can find, this is it. What I mean is most portable, it's this big. It's tiny. I mean, it's gone. It's baby.
The 30s are the exact same profile as the 20s, and I've grabbed mine here. And of course, if you get a 20 or a 30, you too can get a great wrap for it. This is a particular favorite of mine. Woo.
Now, the only difference between the 20 and the 30 in terms of profile is the 510 connector has a lip that comes out a little further, which allows a flush connection with a slightly bigger millimeter device. Something like a 23 or 24 millimeter will actually will fit flush. Of course, it's 30 watts. So what that does is it allows you to fire things like 0.5 ohms, 0.6 ohms, 0.4 ohms, whereas the iStick 20 does not allow you to do that because it just doesn't have the drawing power. So if you're looking for the most portable version of a box mod that will allow you to fire your things like your Kanger sub-tanks, your Atlantises, your Mellows and Delta 2s and all those things, that is what's going to let you do it. And it comes in at $31.04, and you get a free bottle of juice from Mount Baker Vapor, and it's Mount Baker Vapor, which means they're a huge company, they're reliable, and, well, there's nothing really more I can say than buy it. Keep it in your truck, keep it in your car, throw it in the glove compartment. So, Tiger, do you have a 30?
No, I don't. Just a 20.
Oh, well. I'm going to have to get you one. But I'm going to have to call Alon from J-Raps and have him do a little Tiger Stripe for you.
Oh, cool. I did have a Tiger Stripe mod. That is, that got sent to, that was the eVic, and Tower of Vape has that one now. All right. Well, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. So if it's okay, I will. And this is not new news, but it's great news. So I wanted to talk about it as a reminder, and that is batteries are shipping again. And you know, it's not going to be super fast. I'm sorry, Canada. I'm sorry, but it's not going to be super fast for us. It is what it is. But when you can get some of the best batteries on the market today, these are authentic Samsung INR. These are the 25Rs. They're 2500 mAh, and you know, I understand these are safely rated to 20 amps. So it's continuous. So you know, don't be afraid to sub-ohm on these, within reason, of course. And right. But these are very respected. They test really well. People are really happy with these cells, and you can get them for I think it's $5.19 a piece by the time you break it down. So excellent deal. The shipping's going to be a little slow if you're in Canada, but USA, you got it made, because they have introduced a new battery shipping option for you that gets to you in 12 days. Awesome.
Right, it's called USPS battery handling.
Yeah.
Now the problem was with this whole lithium-ion, you know, coming out of China. They didn't want to ship them. Certain pressurized systems in airplanes may make batteries explode. Blah 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 bullshit. Environmentalist bullshit. Blah blah blah. So basically, they made a safe handling version of the USPS in special planes, even though, you know, lithium ions come in everything, like cell phones and tablets and everything that we use portable, yet the cells that we use, you know, like 18650 seem to be different, which is bullshit, need to be handled different. So they came up with a new system. It's a 12-day shipping process. You'll get your batteries really cheap, and I would say relatively quick. They also, and if you look on Fastech, they don't just have these. They have BTC4s, legit BTC4s, legit LGs, legit 26650s, MNKEs. They got tons of stuff over there. When it comes to batteries, now that they're going to ship them, you have a plethora of different batteries you can buy on Fastech, and it's incredible. So that's one thing. Number two, if you're a brick and mortar, and you want to find a really good place to get wholesale batteries, another one is Fastech, because of course you use coupon code BLF, you get 10% off any price you're seeing for batteries. So if you're going to buy, say, 100 batteries, you're going to get the percentage off for buying that rate plus 10% with the coupon code BLF. You bring it into your brick and mortar, and well, you have charge.
BLF is 5%.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. All right, 5%. But
yeah,
there is but Fastech is a sliding scale. So if you buy like 3, you get a discount. You buy 10, you get a discount.
Yeah.
You buy 20, and then you put the BLF on top of it,
And
you're going to get yourself.
Eva's got a great point too. DHL, if they're packed correctly, will ship them. Now, if you're just getting 4 for your personal use, paying for DHL shipping is exorbitant. But if you are buying a whole bunch of them, or maybe you go together with a few friends and order together, all of a sudden the DHL shipping becomes a little bit more affordable, and it's very fast. So there's that to think about.
Now, R. Kelly says, I don't trust Fast. Well, I do. I've been dealing with them for years.
I've got hundreds of orders that say they're all right.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you know what? You know, a reputation is important, and you know, our reputations are at stake. Even, you know, when Tiger pimped the 50 watt eye stick when she did, if something goes south, we're gonna let you know about it.
You betcha. Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on that. That's why my order was first. I placed the order before I published the deal.
Right. Joe is Fast Tech. Yes, I am. I am Fast Tech. All right. So, yes. So get your batteries over there if you want to. If you don't mind waiting a few extra days, get them a lot cheaper. All right. Let's talk about something. The Hercules tank. Interesting.
Hercules? Hercules?
No, we can't call it Hercules. We're not allowed to say that.
Oh, yes, we are. That's public domain, isn't it?
No, I was told it has to be called the Hercules.
Oh, no. It's not Hercules. It's Heracles. That's the Greek version of Hercules. Heracles is still Hercules. It's just Greeks versus Romans.
I was told it's called the Hercules. Heracles.
Heracles.
I was told it was called the Hercules tank.
What kind of coffee maker do you have again?
I have a Keurig.
Keurig. Usually it's Keurig, folks. Trust me, it's Heracles.
No. Listen, I was fighting with people about this, and everybody's like, no. And somebody said Hercules. Somebody said Hercules. I said, what is it? And Smokey came to me and said, I did the review on it, and this is the way you got to say it. I said, okay.
Well, my ancient mythology prof would disagree with you, but that's okay.
Anyway, so it's $21.95. What makes this amazing? And we'll call it just the awesome sub-ohm tank at this moment, because this particular tank, you have to fire at 50 to 75 watts. Okay, this isn't something you could put on, say, a Kanger K-Box or something like this battery. You have to fire it at 50 to 75 watts. Now, Smokey, who did a huge review on this, even though it's just 0.6 ohms, the way it's built and the juice flow in this, if you try to fire this at 30 watts, you'll get no... What, Tiger?
Big Bam has an audio for you to listen to.
Sorry, that has a C in it. Mine has a K, so I win.
No.
No, end of conversation. It's a completely different word. Mine has a K. If this was Scrabble, you would lose.
Oh, you are so grabbing at straws.
No, I am not. And if it was at Scrabble, you would lose, sir. And thank you for playing. Anyway, so anyway,
well, you're not allowed to use any names in Scrabble if you want to get really.
Anyway, mine has a K in it. Anyway, so what this is you have to use this at a very, 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 very high wattage. Smokey tried to use his at 25 to 30 watts. He said he's got wisps of vapor off it. This must be fired at 50 to 75 watts. Smokey loved this thing so much that he actually bought a 100-watt box mod simply to fire this particular fill-in vape. He says it's a game changer. He says it's unbelievable. And but you have to have a very, very high wattage mod to fire it, because this particular the heads on these have 6 huge slotted holes, and the juice flow is so intense on this that if you try to do it at 20 or 30 watts, it just kind of just evaporates. There's nothing. There's no vapor. You have to fire it extremely, extremely high.
Oh my goodness. I think Big Bam's got you beat.
Nope, sorry, sir. I see a C in that URL. Unless you got a K in that URL, I don't want to see. Sorry. You don't win.
Heracles.
I reject your reality and I replace it with my own.
Heracles.
Says the
Heracles.
Mythbusters.
Let's just see how she said that. Let's just see that. Let me hear that again.
Heracles. Heracles. Heracles.
Just saying.
Anyway, so yes, her ankles. That's perfect. I'm all about her ankles. I'm all about her grabbing the ankles. Anyway, so let's talk about the next deal on the agenda. We have 8 minutes left.
I'm at the end of my list. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about, or shall we throw it open to questions? And
yes, let's throw it up to questions. I'm okay. I'm good.
All right. Have at it, folks. Stump us.
Yeah, stump us.
And suddenly chat gets really quiet.
Tiger, would you like to sing?
No. No.
Joe, can you use the Atlantis coils on the Hurricane?
That's
I have
a
no
statement.
idea.
No, he says you can. You can.
Oh, can you?
There you go.
All right. Oh, okay. Well, that would be cool. That'd be really cool. I have to try that out.
Ashley Be Good wants to talk about the Derringer. See, look how I made that about vaping.
No, I think he just went
I know what she's doing. Oh, no, I don't think so. I think he's gonna have to wear steel toes. We're gonna get him a pair of steel toe work boots, steel shank and steel toe, and.
Would that $1.99 Gauntlet RDA be a good beginner device? You know what? For $1.99, it's a good anything. I mean, for real.
It's a 3-post dripper. I like to recommend something 3-post to folks who are starting out. It's a little simpler. It gives you the option of a single coil or a dual coil, or you know, you can get fancier people's quad coil 3-post drippers too. But it's a good place to start. And the fact that the positive post is higher than the negatives, I think, does make sometimes the termination easier. Getting your coil installed. Just my opinion.
I mean, yeah. You know what? Even, Donna, I have to be honest with you, you're worried about building it. For $1.99, be worried about building it and just try and buy yourself a $4 or $5, 100-footed Cantel and get yourself some, cotton, whatever, your choice of wicking material, and just have at it. I mean, it's so cheap, it doesn't really matter until you go, wow, this is really good.
Oh, I didn't realize you can't adjust the airflow to single. Dope Bloke, one Dope Bloke is telling us there is no single airflow. So it's really, really designed for a dual coil. But even so, I mean, I'd go for it.
It's $2. Wait, really? Buy 10 of them now. I mean, it's $2. It's like a Slurpee and like a Hot Pocket at 7-Eleven. If somebody needs to really make a choice, like a decision about their purchase for $1.99, well, that's not me.
Wow, you Americans have it made. You can get a Slurpee and a hot dog for $2? Wow, just wow.
I mean, we don't have these regulations like Canada does, the hot dog fee and what have you. But, it's so cheap that you don't even think about it. Just do it. Not in New York, you can't. That's true.
And Kazar is saying you can still do a single coil with dual airflow. He does with the still air. Granted, I will give you that. It just depends on the nature of your build. If you're going to use the dual airflow with a single coil, I would recommend that that coil is pretty aggressive. You know, don't go crazy. I don't ever recommend building super, super, super low. People do. That's fine. If they understand the safety and they know what they're doing, more power to them. But for the average vapor, you know, keep it a little higher. But definitely, if you've got the dual airflow on a single coil, you'll want to make sure it's a good hot coil.
Right.
That can handle it.
Right. Now, how many rebuilders do we have in the room? Right? Let's put ones in a room. We got rebuilders in the room. Come on.
Oh, I know we do. I know from some of these names, we got a good crop of rebuilders here with us tonight.
Now, of all the rebuilders in the room, how many of you have used this style of rebuildable? Which is a high center post and 2 lower posts.
Lower negatives. And that is optimized for verticals. But like I say, on a larger diameter coil, it also makes your horizontals easier.
Right. Now, when you're doing a vertical coil, is cotton still an issue, or should you be using something like Ready X wick or silica?
Oh no, you can wick your builds. You know, well, there's certain builds that are intended for certain wicking, but no, you can absolutely wick a vertical coil with cotton.
Okay. Well, I didn't know because I've you know, because I'm such a master at rebuilding. You know, I've done it like 4 times. And
Really, 4 times?
Yes. I'm I've gone around the bases.
Oh, okay. All right. I still want proof, but...
Hey! You know what? I was rebuilding before all you guys were. Just saying. It didn't do it well, though. I still sucked at it. That's why I still keep going big. But...
Yeah, Chimichula, and you cut your foot open and required stitches one of those times. So maybe you should stop.
No, you know what? I was just rusty at that time. That's what it was.
Alrighty. Now, Ashley had a question. She was asking about, and we talked a little bit about it earlier, about Aspire suing the makers of the Arctic tank. And yes, that is actually happening. I'm not sure if it's about the coils or what it is, but they definitely feel that there's been a wrong done, and they are suing Horizon at the very least.
Big Bamboo put in a room. Hey, Joe, your rebuildable Aspire head is still in stock, and your link is wrong. I'm confused. The last time I looked, it was $100. The guy had 1 left, and he's charging $100.
Oh well, maybe something's moved around. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Thanks, Big Bam.
Thank you, Big Bam. I will definitely take a look.
Ashley, it could be. It may not be having to do with the coils be interchangeable. It may have to do with the similarity of the design. I couldn't say for sure. I'm not aware of the details yet.
Absolutely. Also, don't forget, we have a Facebook group. It's called DoneDeal. Now, let me get... If Big Bam has the link, I will go grab the link. I'm kind of afraid to duel him on this, but...
And Arbins is saying that the lawsuit is a rumor, so we'll have to dig a lot deeper and ferret the story out.
Now, for those of you here in the room, DoneDeal has a Facebook group. If you go to it right now, Big Bamboo, put the link in the room. Join the Facebook group. You know, it's just me and Tiger, a collaboration. She posts her deal there. I put my deals there. Other vendors put their deals in there. Of course, we do the shows, replays, all that kind of good stuff. And you know, it's just a really, really good place to hang out, look for deals. Of course, you know, you have VaporJoe's Canada. Of course, Vaping Underground. And alike, so get over there and populate the group. Let's just see. Oh, look at that! I'm just adding people as we speak. Look at that, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Ashley, you're pretty lovable yourself, but you got to know that. And Joe did mention the replays of the DoneDeal show, what we're doing right here, right now. And Big Bam, you'll be very happy to know, I'm completely caught up on replays, and you can find them here Sorry about the ugly, oh, he's got the pretty one. I didn't grab that one tonight. The simpler URL. YouTube has gotten picky about when you're allowed to have your custom URL. So we don't have that just yet, but right now you can still find the DoneDeal replays there. And we are caught up to last week. This week's will go up, let's say tomorrow or before. So.
And TygerTyger has done such a wonderful job. You know, don't forget, all DoneDeals as of a few weeks ago are going to also be on SoundCloud. For those of you on the road looking for podcasts, you just want to download and listen, like Mod Envy and all the other shows that we do. They're going to be audio only if you'd like to, and you could download them, put them in your iPods or what have you, and just listen on the road. You
can get the news, you can get the deals, and you can get Joe mispronouncing words and me being a grammar Nazi.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Alrighty. Well, we are at 32 minutes past the hour. We are cutting into DC's time, and I see he is here in the room. I know he was commenting earlier. So,
DC, you ready to roll, buddy?
DC's always ready to roll. He was born ready. So yeah, we will turn you over to him for some more vape chat and entertainment and great music, by the way. I love tuning into DC's show. Great music, take you through the night. He will be keeping you company until the coffee's on or until he's ready to drop, whichever comes first. So, have a great night. We will see you next week with the deals, the news, and the hijinks. And Joe, anything you want to say to close?
Penis. No, I'm kidding. Yes. Yes, we'll see you guys next week. And we'll see you on Mod Envy Saturday. It's the old school show. We're going to be rocking cartomizers and lava tubes.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll do it. I'll play along. All righty. Have a great week, guys. Ciao.